Hello and welcome to this special edition of Tete-a brought to you by the Prabha Khaitan Foundation and hosted by me, Advaita Kala, on the Kahali channel. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm delighted to bring to you a wonderful guest with an inspiring story. And what better day than on October 2nd to speak to someone who embodies really what the Mahatma said, which is be the change you want to see in the world. So please join me in welcoming Sruthy Sithara, Miss Trans Global India.
Namaste all. Just one second.
How are you ready, Sruthy?
Yes. Namaste and thank you so much, Mom,
Not
for
at
the
all. I'm
introduction.
s- I'm so excited to meet you and to hear about your journey and really share your journey with our viewers. Sruthy, you are from Kerala, a place that is very close to my heart. I do travel there a lot, and presently you're in lovely Goa. You have a fashion show coming up,
Yes.
so it's clear that you have a very very busy schedule, and I want to thank you for joining us and really get right into your story. What you was, I mean, this Trans Global India crown that you won this year, what was that
Yes.
experience like?
It was really amazing. First of all, I just want to thank you and all the coordinators of this program, Ritika and channel and all. And and I just want to tell you I'm a big fan of you by watching the movie Kahani.
Thank you so much.
And it's my pleasure and proud talking with such a great personality. So, myself, Sruthy Sithara, I'm from Kerala, and I am the title winner of Miss Trans Global India 2021. It's an international beauty pageant, and I am representing our country in respect of Miss Trans Global 2021 International Beauty Pageant right now. So currently, I'm in Goa for my show. I'm having a show tomorrow in Goa. So currently, I'm here. So where should I start?
Well, let's start from the very beginnings, Sruthi. Let's start from the time you were a child, and
Yeah.
what was that journey like? I know Kerala is a progressive state, educated state, and it's a beautiful part of the country. So, what was it like being a child?
Yeah, even Kerala is an educational state, but people lack an idea about sex, gender, sexuality, and all about. We really lack sex education in our country. Not not even in Kerala, in everywhere in India, sex education is very lack in amount. So uh, we must be given a proper sensitization in respect of gender, sexuality, and all. So, I have born in a very small village area called Vaikam in Kerala, and I have brought up as a normal normal boy. I was born as a boy named Praveen, and till the age of 24, I grew up as Praveen. I have to suppress my feelings. I went through in a stage of oppression and all. So I had to given up my 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 likes and all, the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I mingle was not in respect of my wish. It was like our society has a so-called norms and regulations, like men have to be like masculine and female have to be feminine. In that
Yeah,
patriarchy, like
yeah,
that stereotype, yeah, we call that
yeah.
stereotype. And in that stereotype we are brought up. So I was also a person who brought up like that, and I was totally totally in a dilemma that that till the age of till I enter my 10th standard, I was very confused about myself. I
I
was
was going to
asking
ask
myself.
you that, Sruthi. I wanted to know, when did you start feeling like you were not in the right body? There was a difference
I was
between,
Yes, I was
yeah.
feeling. yeah, I was feeling this since my fifth standard. I did my schoolings in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, and as a
Mm-hmm.
part of the migration, I went to Uttar Pradesh for 1 year, and all those periods remind me that I was struggling to get to know my gender. What is my gender, and what Sruthy Sithara is all about. I was searching for Sruthy Sithara, uh,
Right.
and I think, yes, from fifth standard, I was knowing that I
Hmm.
was born in a wrong body, and I was thinking, what is the measure that I have to cope with the situation and all. And
Hmm. Hmm.
after my degree, I have done my degree in Kochi, Saint Albert's
Hmm.
College. So after completing my degree, I was thinking about transforming my body into female. So that was a tough decision I've taken in my life, and that was the better or the best decision I've ever taken in my life.
Hmm.
And a lot
Hmm.
of challenges I had to face in respect of my family, my neighbors, friends, and all. And I was educated, so I have to, I could convince them about my state of
Hmm.
mind and or my genders and
Hmm.
all. So I could I just won it, and I succeeded in telling them about my gender,
Hmm.
my what is a transgender is all about.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
could
Hmm.
educate them.
Hmm.
So this is
But
all about my.
Shruti,
Yeah.
how did you educate yourself? I can imagine it must have been a very lonely journey to be born in a small village, to feel different in such an elemental, in such a deep way, and not have that those allies or that support. How did you understand yourself? You know who you were.
Actually, I was having a lot of ally friends with me in my schools, colleges, and all.
Hmm.
Apart from this LGBTIQ community and all. So I had to take a lot of help from my ally friends.
Hmm.
A lot of my classmates and college mates helped me to come out, helped me really helped me to
Hmm.
and telling my parents about and all. And it was a really tough decision. Not only my decision, many factors helped me to take this decision.
Hmm. And I was very interested in speaking with Shruti Sithara because, like you can see, this is a wonderful young lady who's pursuing her dreams, who's had to make quite a journey to get to this point where she can pursue those dreams. And I feel that that's incredible. And a lot. Oh, here she is. She's back with us. Shruti, hi.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hi, hi.
yeah. So you
There was some
hi. So I was just
connection.
no worries. So I was just sharing with our audience that I was so keen to work with you. I mean, to speak with you rather, and hopefully work with you one day as well. Who knows? I am a
Yeah, sure.
screenwriter.
I'm eagerly,
You're a
yeah,
model
I'm eagerly
actress.
waiting
So
to. I'm
so
exactly
who
eagerly
knows?
waiting to work with you.
Sometimes these slip of the tongues, really do manifest in some way in the universe. But
Yeah, it's something that we really have to change. In film
yeah,
industry, I have to say something about film industry.
sure,
In
go ahead.
even in South Indian film industry, there are a lot of characters that portray transgender characters, and even that characters are played by cisgender people, the
Hmm.
well-known
Hmm.
actors and all. Um,
Hmm.
but the
Hmm.
fact is that we are not we trans people are here in our state and our places, but we are not getting any opportunity to act.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a contradictory fact that we have to mention.
Hmm.
And
Hmm. Hmm.
persons like me, I'm eagerly, I'm deeply interested in acting and all, and
Yeah.
I believe that my blood is acting. So I'm not getting enough opportunity in South Indian
Right.
film
Right.
industry. So
How
that is
interesting to hear
one thing.
that. No,
Yeah.
that's really interesting to hear that because one would think now with OTT platforms and this explosion in content, And
Yes.
this is a problem in the film industry. I mean, there are I have no problem. I mean, acting is of course all about portraying characters that are nothing like you, and that's really how we define great actors. But when there is an opportunity to, hire somebody for a role who checks all the boxes, then why not go for that option? So I totally get what you're saying. In fact, if you look at Pose, for example, I don't know if you watch that show. Pose
Yeah, I
on,
have seen it.
yeah,
I have seen it.
yeah. I mean, brilliant acting. I mean, just
Yes,
brilliant
yes,
acting, and all drawn from the transgender community. I mean, the
yes.
title cast, because most of them are transgender, so that it makes
Yeah,
perfect
even I
sense.
can, I can. I believe that I can act as a sister or lady also. So,
Yeah. Sure, sure, and why not? Why not? I think you're beautiful, and but let's get back to getting to this point of confidence and aspiration, and just being so comfortable in your own skin. I think that would have taken a while. When did you first speak to your parents or siblings about the kind of crisis you were going through internally?
it is only when 2018, when I come out, that in 2018 I really came out as trans, a trans woman. So then only I talked to my brother and my father about my transition. Oh, the crisis I was suffering with.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. And what was their reaction?
They were like, my brother was very shocked, and he was continued to cry. A lot of hours and hours he was continued to cry. But my father was not so dull and all. He was understandable. He could really understood what this trans and what LGBTIQ plus community is all about. He's a politician, and small
Oh, really?
politician in my
Okay.
village.
Yeah.
So he could easily understood. He could easily understood my state of mind. So that was my lucky factor. My I always wanted my family with me all in all my success and all my journeys. So happily, yeah, I won it, and I succeeded in convincing them.
But you make this interesting point that your father is a politician in your area. Was he nervous, or did your family wonder, like, what will neighbors say? What will society say?
Firstly,
What will
yeah.
relatives say?
Firstly, he had that wonder, and he only tell me like you must never go for any wrong or fraudulent things and all. You have to go in a
Dignified
perfect
way.
path. Yeah,
Yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
perfect path. And that was the only thing he had to tell me. And I promised him, like he will be proud about, he will be proud as saying, I am the father of Sruthy Sithara.
And is he? I'm sure he is today.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, that's really lovely. And I want to know about this surgery as well. It's a very serious surgery. It's painful, and
Yeah, very
it's not just one surgery. It's a couple of surgeries. It's a whole transition. You get onto hormonal medicines and you prep your body, and then you go in for the surgeries. What was that process like for you, and how did you handle it emotionally?
I was mentally prepared for all this because I wanted to complete myself as a complete lady. So I was thinking about first of all, surgery is only an option. It's not mandatory for a trans woman. Surgery, if you
Yes.
want to get surgery, you can, and if you don't want to get surgery, yeah, you can have. Yeah, it's all about your body, your right. If you want to get only you just opt for surgery. So I wanted to have my body surgically converted to female. So I have gone for it. It's totally complicated process. 1 year of hormone therapy have to be taken, and only after that we have to go for breast implantation and sex reassignment surgery. And coming to sex reassignment surgery, it's very painful. It's 10 times painful than a cesarean. Like, doctors always say it like this. So we actually, I couldn't tell the depth of pain I have foregone
Hmm,
to
hmm,
become
hmm.
a trans woman.
Yeah, and the recuperation period is also a long period. It's not like
Yes,
you get the surgery and you're out of bed and whoa. And one more thing I
yeah,
want to say at this point is that it is also irreversible. So you have to be very sure that
yes,
it's what you want to do, because it is not like you can turn it back around and go
yes,
back. So I think that's very important that we mention that it's a major life decision, and it
yes,
takes a lot of thought. It's very expensive as well. A lot of people cannot afford it, unfortunately, even though they really want to get it. And on the other hand, it's something that you have to be very sure about. And tell me now, the actually getting into the body that you always wanted. When you start seeing yourself, you've always felt like a woman, but sometimes
yeah,
we care about how people view us as well. you know I mean, we can't help it. We shouldn't, but we can't help it, whoever we are. You, me, everybody. What was it like to see people kind of recognizing you as a woman?
it was so happy when people started recognizing me as a woman. When the starting period was, I was not surgically operated like a trans woman. So I started my journey in 2018 as a trans woman. And at that period, I got a job in Social Justice Department, Government of Kerala. I was the first trans person
Yes,
who
we must talk
got
about that as well. Yes.
yeah, who got a job in Social Justice Department. So I was, and that job also helped me in coming out a lot helped. That job helped me a lot in coming out and convincing my friends, parents, and all about my transition and all. So it was so proud about getting that job.
Yes.
So at that time, when I go for a job, when I go to offices, people like staring at me. How her body is like this? Like they are neglecting me. Lot neglection and harassments I had to face at that period, and only by that that reason I took the decision that I have to change my body into a lady. So it's all about the society. Society is when the society is looking at us and teasing like they are neglecting us. At that point, we think about some sort of like recently my sister got suicide. I mean, my
Oh,
friend, one of my friend also got suicide recently, just 3 days before. It's
oh
only
my
because
God.
of the condition in Kerala, not in
Is she
Kerala,
is she
no,
trans?
all over in India. Yes,
Was she
she's a
trans?
trans woman. Yes,
How old
she's a
was she?
trans woman. She got suicide. She is only 21, just
Oh my
21.
God. Oh my God. She'd obviously not gone through the sex reassignment surgery or anything. She was no.
She's not. She has not done her surgeries and all. She was having some mental crisis and all inside her mind. So we
Yeah.
really don't know the reason why she committed like this. But still,
But
the society is to be blamed. Society is the reason behind
yeah, yeah,
her
yeah,
demise.
absolutely. And I mean, there is that whole pressure that we all face, of course, at different levels, to adapt, to be considered normal. And
Yeah,
there is, I mean, was she close to her family? Because I truly believe I have a lot of friends who are also LGBTQ, and I think family plays such a critical role at this
Yes,
point
yes,
of
yes.
time, at that age, because I mean, I've had friends through school, college, especially college time, same age, 18, 19, 20. And it's so important that family stands by you at that age, because this is not known often, but the LGBTQ community has a very high rate of suicide because of this, and especially young gay men, for example, in the US, they are counted as one of the most vulnerable groups when it comes to this. So it's exceedingly tragic. I'm so very sorry to hear this. I'm really very sorry to hear that you're going through this. It's very hurtful to lose someone in this way.
Yeah, and even medical negligence is also happening here critically. We have to mention that also. Recently, one month before, one of my designer come sister Ananya Kumari Alex passed away because she has had sex reassignment surgery 1 year before in one of the private hospitals in Kochi, and after her surgery, she was having a lot of medical like, problems, medical problems in her
Yes.
body, and she was continue to talk to the doctor who has done her surgery, and she was not getting any justice from the hospital side and doctor's side, and due to that reason she got suicide. She
Oh boy.
committed suicide, and that was really shocking news because Ananya RJ, she was a radio jockey and she was a makeup artist, she was a anchor and all. She was a multi-talented person. She was just like my mentor and all. And even I have any problem, even in my fed up and all, I just call her and get advices. Such a person committed suicide, like, we all were shocked. That kind of situation is happening in our country in respect of trans and LGBTIQ plus community. So all these have to change. The base thing we have to change is education. We must give our children sex education, proper sex education from school level. And even we are not having any proper teachers to provide sex education. So first we have to teach teachers, our professors, about sex education and all, and then only we can go to educate children. So that children, when a children get sex education properly from school, when they grow up, they could easily understand what is gender is all about, and you know all these things have to be understood by all citizens.
How is your experience now? I mean, you're a beauty queen and you got success and attention, but in your everyday life, what is it like when you go to the shop, when you hail
Yeah,
down, or you're in public transport? What is it like?
it's like I might be getting less harassment and all, like I am in the limelight right now. I'm a public figure right now, so when I go out, when I go for shopping, when I go for traveling and all, people easily get recognized that I am Sruthy Sithara, and they just come to me and get selfie video and all. But this is not the situation of other trans people. I have to talk about my fellow beings. My fellow beings are not like this. If they go for a shopping, people get looking at them in a bad way. So that is the problem. If I am a Miss Trans Global 2021, I'll be, my condition will be changed, but it doesn't deem that my entire community get changed. That is the it's all about the viewpoint of the person who take it, or who look it. So
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's why it's so important that there are these pageants, and there is a platform and visibility provided to young people like you, who can really serve as some sort of way forward and an inspiration for people who are struggling with their gender identity, or really struggling with anything else, not only gender, but to come to terms with your authentic self. is so extremely empowering. And I know you're a beauty queen, but I congratulate you really for being able to be your authentic self and taking that journey. I think it's incredible. And the other thing that I'm really touched about, Sruthy, is that this conversation was supposed to be about you, but you have made this conversation about your community. And I think that just says a lot about your personal character, which is that you have a platform and you're using it to talk about other people and
Yeah.
not yourself. I think that's incredible. And you should be really, I think your parents should be really proud of the kind of sensitive human being that they've raised. Really.
Thank you so much. Even in my page in Miss Trans Global 2021, I really talk about my community. Here, the problems faced by our country, and the upliftment where we have to do the progress and all. It's all about the empowering trans movement, trans community. Not only trans community, LGBTIQ plus community. So I have to be their voice. I have to be the voice of the voiceless. I have to be the best representative.
And I think you're doing a good job of that. There's a question from one of our audience members who wants to know how difficult was it for you to, kind of contextualize and, tell your family and convince your family about your particular identity.
As I told earlier, it was very difficult for me to convince them because they were conservative people. They were following lot of so-called norms and regulations and all. So it was very difficult for me to convince them, to my relatives, to my neighbors, my friends and all. So somewhat I just told, and somewhere I believe that education, as Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. I still believe that it's all about my it's due to my education and my skills to communicate. I succeeded in telling them. Yes. It's all about we have to be know about ourselves. If I know about what Sruthy is all about, and I have to convey the person who is sitting next to me to tell all about me, then there won't be any problem.
Now, Sruthy, what about love? Okay. How easy is it to meet romantic
Point.
partners, and how do do they accept? Have you faced acceptance? Have you faced rejection? What has that journey been like for you? I wanted to know about love. How difficult
Yeah,
or
yeah.
how easy is it to meet a partner? Have you had to face rejection, or have you come across people in your personal life who have been accepting, who have been understanding of you? What is the dating scene like if you're trans in India? Basically.
Because like, yeah, people who there are people who accept me, there are people who reject me. So I always uh, I'm a person who
Like all of us.
like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a normal person, normal human being with a normal red blood, red blood in my body. So
Oh,
I'm attracted to. I'm a pansexual person. I
oh wow.
sometimes, yeah, I'm attracted to boys, girls, and trans women. I have a trans woman partner
Oh, you do?
in my.
Okay, interesting. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do
Is
have.
she with you?
I
Is she
do.
with you?
No, 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 no.
Oh, she's not
She's
here.
not. Yeah, she's not with me. She's here. She's in Kochi, in Kerala. I'm in Goa right.
Oh, right, right, right.
Yeah,
And
she's
and
in.
okay, and how long have you been together?
We were together in almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year.
We
Oh
are not
wow.
staying together. We are not staying together. We often meet.
Yeah, yeah. And so, and that's interesting. So, when you say you're pansexual, that means you can be attracted to a man, you can be attracted to another woman, you can be attracted
Yeah.
to a trans woman. That gives you a lot of opportunities and options, I think. But
Lord.
but what is
But
it that
emotionally,
draw?
I'm.
Yes, go ahead.
What is that?
I said,
Yeah,
what is
I'm
it that
emotionally attached to that my
Minakshi?
lesbian partner.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think there's a strong emotional connect which is required to form these kind of relationships. So do you now look forward to having a family, taking it to the next level? You're still young, so I don't know if you're thinking along those lines.
No, 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 really no, because my priority is not
Your career
all
right
about
now.
family and all. Making a family of about me. My priority is about my dreams and all. I have to take care
Hmm.
of my family, like my father, my brother, and all. And I don't want to get married and make another family. The
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
To have, I think, yeah, I
yeah,
think,
as I
this
said,
is
my
fewer and fewer people. I know I'm single, and fewer people want to really get married now. I've been encountering this quite often, especially people in like their 20s and 30s and things like that. I feel that there is a bit of a shift from wanting to be married, at least not too early for sure, if ever at all.
I don't believe like that.
Really?
Marriage is only an option. Marriage is only an option. If you want to get married, you can have,
Yes.
and if you don't want to get married, you can also have to be like that, because it's all about our freedom of choice. I always choose to be single. I have a girlfriend, but it's an open relationship. We will date each other. We will see each other. We will take photo each other. We will take videos each other, and it's all about our world. And
Hmm.
it's not necessary to get married and all, and I'm not at all interested in that institution marriage. The so-called marriage institution, I just totally against that. And I am interested, I just want to be like single person.
You know,
And
I think we have that in common. Although I won't say I'm against marriage, but I don't think marriage is necessary at all. I think if you want to, please go ahead. But if you don't want to, then please don't tell people they're making a big mistake with their life by not getting married. But because I think it's frankly a personal choice. And and have you traveled around India? Have you gone to other parts of India? What's your experience been
yes,
like?
not when I changed my gender to trans woman, I haven't, because
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was long ago. When I was a boy, I traveled around Agra, Uttar Pradesh, Taj Mahal, and all those places. I
Hmm.
visited all those places. But now, when I changed my gender, I haven't visited any of the big places in our country. I have to go for a journey, a big journey.
And what do you love about being a woman? What is it that you've discovered has been like the best part about being a woman?
And the best part of being a woman is just like, it's all about being a woman, or being a trans, or being a human. It's all about just have like live the life as you like it. It's all
Hmm.
about the love. It's all about the fact that how important our life is. It's all about having maximum satisfaction and all. I mean, it's
Hmm.
no matter whether you are a girl, whether you are a boy, whether you are a trans woman, trans boy, and
Hmm.
all.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just blast your
Yeah.
life as you love it.
So, I want you to explain this to people, because people are going to listen to this and they're going to say that if you are attracted to women and you are with a woman now, why did you go through the entire journey of going, having this painful surgery and hormonal treatment and all of that? So, what would your answer be to those people?
Yeah, നമ്മുടെ gender orientation is all about it's changing. And when I done my sex reass and my surgery, only I've attracted to a girl.
Hmm.
When we say
Oh,
about a
okay.
lesbian, both have to be a female, right? When I changed my
Hmm.
gender into female, only I am attracted to a girl, a transsexual person. The other girl is also, her name is Daya Gayatri. She's
Hmm.
also a transsexual person. So
Hmm.
it's all about our, gender and sex orientation. It's all getting changed. And gender, even gender can be ascertained in the age of 20, in the age of 30, in the age of 40, whenever irrespective of our age and norms.
So I think you make a very interesting point. What you're saying is that your gender orientation doesn't have anything really to do with who you're sexually or intimately attracted to. They're two very different
Yes,
things. That's thank you for that clarity, because I think that's something that people don't quite understand, that your gender orientation has very little to do with who you're attracted to, and it's really a more an internal journey and understanding and seeing yourself and being your authentic self for who you are. Sruthy, what is it like within the transgender community? Is there a great fellowship? Is there a sisterhood? Are you all, in touch? How do you boost each other up?
yes, yes. Here in my area, it is very much in touch with trans people around Kerala. Because there are a lot of systems like cultures, like we are following a lot of Tete-a cultures and all, and I'm not into that. My fellow people following like Amma, they are forming as a family. There will
Yes, yes,
be
yes, yes.
yeah,
Yes,
there
the
will be
mother,
one
the
Amma,
mother,
yeah,
the
Amma, yeah,
mother.
mother. There will be a mother, and that mother taking care of a lot of children,
Her daughters,
and
yeah.
yeah, that system is here in South India. A lot part of South India, the system is following, and a lot of my friends are also following that. And I'm a person who is not interested with that kind of system and all. I always want my own family. I always want my own family with me. I have my father and my mom passed away in 2015,
I'm
and
sorry to hear that.
yeah, yeah, it's okay. I have a father to take care about, and I have a brother, and I have a grandmother also in my home.
How?
So this is
Oh,
my family.
We haven't talked about her. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
different generation, right? So is she your
yeah.
father? She's your father's mother?
No, no. She is my mom's mother.
Oh, mom's mother. So how does she react? What was her take
She
on
was
that?
she was totally unaware about this, and when I say about this, she was totally shocked. She was like,
Uh-huh.
what has happened to you? Is that a mental condition you are
Oh.
foregoing? Like, she was asking me like that, and luckily I could convince her also. So she's very happy, she's very happy with me right now.
And what is her like take on it now? What does she say to you? Does she say, get married, do this, do that, like
Yeah, she
grandmas do?
always she always
Yeah.
say like that. Like other grandma says, she
Uh,
always take me like, you want to get married soon, like that. And I always like kidding her about that. Like, I
yeah.
always, I always want to be a single person. I don't want to get married at all.
Maybe that'll change in time. Who knows? You're still young.
Yeah, yeah,
You'll
yeah.
never know.
Maybe,
Never say
maybe.
never about these things. That's what I've learned. Never say never. But so now tell me about your future plans. So you have the pageant. You said it's been going on, and you're doing it online because
Yes.
of course, COVID. And what is the pageant? We all know the Miss India and all of those pageants. So tell us about the Trans Global pageant. What are the
Yeah.
categories?
Uh,
What is the process?
It's an online beauty pageant conducted by Miss Trans Global Organization. It is located in London, originated in
Okay,
London. Okay,
lovely.
and their motto is to empower trans people, transgender, trans women, to empower. So we are having lot of rounds and tasks, like the way Miss India, Miss World, Miss Universe competition is taking part. Like, we were having a lot of introduction round where they are gown round, where they're talent round, where they're, and we were having beach wear round, and all kind of round were there. And by having all those rounds at the end, I won my like Miss Trans Global India 2021 title by
I hope.
undergoing all these processes and all.
And
So
what is your
still
talent? What is going to be your talent, Sruthy?
I have acted a scene from one of my favorite Tamil movie, Nanum Rowdy Than. They
Oh,
will
so you
publish it
speak
in,
so
yeah,
you speak
Tamil, yeah.
Tamil also. You speak Tamil also.
Yeah,
Oh
little,
wow.
little, yeah.
Little bit.
The
Enough for the
talent
role.
round will be, yeah, talent round will be published by tomorrow. So when it's published, I will send it to Ritika,
Oh, please.
and
Yes, I'd
yeah,
love to see it. Yeah, I'd love to see
yeah,
it.
you can see
No,
it.
I
You can see it.
and gown. You've had a gown made specifically for this
Yes,
particular
yes.
pageant.
I had two gowns. One was my preliminary gown and one was my final gown. And that preliminary gown was designed by Ananya. I said uh, before
Yeah,
Ananya,
yeah.
who committed suicide.
Yes.
Yeah, and she had her makeover for me in my gown section, and she stitched a beautiful black gown for me, and
How
um,
beautiful.
yeah,
So I
and
think you have to win it for her as well,
yes,
won't
of
you?
course, I'm just dedicating my, if I win, I'm just dedicating my victory to her only.
And Trans
And I
Global.
was having my evening gown for my final round that was designed by one of my friend Aishwarya in
Okay.
her boutique called Mayudha. That was a green, beautiful green gown.
So is the gown section over? That's over?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think all section is over. Now they are accessing our videos, photos, talents, and all.
Oh,
Now it's
lovely.
time for them to assist.
And how many people are contesting this time?
16
One
countries are
six,
competing. Yeah, one
one
six,
six.
16 countries are, yeah, competing.
And which are the strongest countries this year, apart from India, which is you?
Apart from
Who
India,
is?
I believe, yeah, I think my greatest competitor is Philippines.
Oh yeah,
Philippines, Philippines
of
and
course.
Australia. UK is a tight contestant, and Canada. There are a lot.
Hmm.
Everybody is unique, and everybody is having their own way of presentation,
Yeah.
their own talent, communication, and all. So everybody is talented.
And what happens? Like, if you win the crown, then what happens? What will your role be?
I'll be the winner.
So what happens? You get the talent, you get the
Yeah,
crown,
if
of
I win,
course,
I'll be the Miss Trans Global 2021 title winner. I'll be
and
getting crowns. I'll be getting so many prizes that they are offering me, like magazine cover, shoots, and all.
wow,
They
lovely.
are offering me.
And do you get to travel also? I mean, not in COVID, but once it's over, will you get a chance to travel and go places?
Maybe I don't exactly know about this.
Right,
Maybe I
right.
may get a chance to travel.
And for your own community in India, what are your plans? Like, how would you? Because even being trans global India is an
Mm.
achievement, and it gives you a platform and a voice. How do you intend to use it to build awareness? And I think really to build more than anything else, to build awareness in general society about how to deal with trans people.
Mm. Actually, I was in connection with the social justice department since I was worked with social justice department. In connection with the department and medical board, I'll be recommending them to promote sex education to provide in the syllabus. And I also use my communication as a tool to educate people, sensitize people
I was just
through
going to say
my
that.
yeah, through my I have made a channel, not a channel, a page, a web page called the Kaleidoscope. Through that,
Yeah.
I intend to educate people about, sensitize people about trans and all LGBTIQ plus community. So if I win this page, and I can take that more seriously, because I'm having a team with Kaleidoscope. I started it with my best friends Nadira and Amna Geet. So if I get a chance, I'll make it as a broad, and I'll communicate through that page easily. Like I want to make that grow worldwide.
Yeah. And I really think, I mean, sensitization, especially in schools, even more than sex education, because a lot of
Yes.
the bullying and the nastiness happens at a very young age and in schools, which can really fracture a child's mindset. And that's something that they can carry with them all the way through to adulthood. So
Yes.
really, I think sensitization should start very early on that, people are different. Everyone is different. No two people, it's like snowflakes, right? Every snowflake is different. So no two people are identical. And, I really think what you plan to do is amazing because there is a huge community here as well. And I think one of the first things is really dignity, isn't it? Isn't that what something that bothers you also? Because it does me as well when I often see things happening.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the things. So you're off for a fashion show tomorrow, and you're already traveling and getting about. So I want to wish you really all the very best, Sruthy, and I want to thank you for joining us on this
Thank you
very.
so much, ma'am, for having a conversation with me. And I also wish you very good luck in your upcoming projects and all.
Thank
And
you so much.
please,
And I just want to say to you and through you, and I'm sure you'll share this with your friends who are watching, that you definitely have an ally in me. And anytime that you need to chat or any help you need, I mean, I don't say this often, but I spent a good time of my life, early life in my college years, growing up in a drag club. So, so I'm very, very familiar with this world, and I would be always available should you require anything at all.
okay. And when you write next, you should add a trans woman character in your movie also.
All right, done, done. From me to you,
Okay.
that's a promise. And
Yeah.
I hope to have you back. And I'm going to be in touch with you over WhatsApp and follow your adventures. And hope you bring back the crown to India, and then we can have
Yeah,
another big
definitely.
celebration. Thank you so much. And I want to thank the Prabha Ketan Foundation for what it does for women, for empowerment, for conversations, for exchange, for sisterhood. I think this conversation was only possible because of their commitment to telling stories about women, for women, by women, of women, and really giving us a safe space to be able to talk like this and expanding the sisterhood. So thank you, Prabha Khaitan Foundation. And this is Tete-a, and we're signing off. We shall be back later this month with another conversation with another interesting personality who has beaten the odds and gone on to embrace their true, authentic self. Thank you for watching.